This guy is so strange. He's barely dressed, trekking through freezing weather. No one knows what he's after. The man sneaks into a farmhouse. Turns out it's his old home. His name's White. He just escaped from a psych ward. He's here for revenge. Quietly slips into his brother-in-law's room. The brother-in-law's a doctor. He opens the medical case. Takes out a needle box. Fills it with some injections. Hides the box in his sock. Opens the closet. Grabs a handful of neckties. Ties one around his waist. Puts the rest in the medical case. Then climbs out the window. Under the snowy night, White sets off again. A shadow flashes by the window. It's that strange man. Creeps to his ex-girlfriend's bed. Stares at her with hate. She suddenly jolts awake. Looks at him in terror. He doesn't flinch.
I've been thinking about you, Britt.
Next morning, Sheriff Gordon walks into the room. He's here to investigate a dead woman. The ex-girlfriend's body lies there, frozen in fear. Eyes wide open, mouth agape. The doc says she died of suffocation. Something like a bag or silk scarf. They find a mint-scented towel at the scene. She used it for massages before she died. Another call comes in. The doctor's sister-in-law's been killed too. They go to her room. Looking at the body, the doc says she was bludgeoned to death. The sheriff searches around. Walks into the study and sees the scene White staged. The medical case has tons of neckties hanging off it. The doctor says he found them in the case earlier. The sheriff spots a tie that looks like a murder weapon, covered in massage oil. The doctor drops that the killer might be his psycho brother-in-law. Says he's out for revenge. But his wife didn't believe it. Thought her brother could never escape. Back at the office, Deputy John doesn't get it. All the evidence points to the doctor. John figures. There's no way White escaped and locked himself back up. That doesn't make sense. The sheriff goes to the psych ward alone. Understands what the doctor's wife meant. It's an island surrounded by water. The warden shows him around. The walls are at least 3 stories tall. They hit the workshop. The sheriff sees White working away. Goes to White's cell. It's full of dolls and paintings he made by hand. The sheriff asks if escape is possible. The warden brags about security. Says no way anyone's getting out. Just then White gets back to his cell. Denies ever leaving. Whines to the sheriff. Says he's been framed. 2 years ago, a worker died on his property. His sister and brother-in-law set him up. He was with his girlfriend that night, but she didn't testify for him. And his sister-in-law was killed cause she saw the murder. Even the lawyer took bribes to lock him up. The sheriff goes to the lawyer's place. Tries to dig up the past. But when he brings it up, the lawyer flips out and kicks him out.
How dare you! Get out!
Meanwhile, White's staring at a chessboard, playing with a guard. But when lights out hits, the guard opens the little window. Wants to keep playing.
Set about while I get my stool, and it's my turn with the white.
Goes to lock up. While the guard's busy, White pulls out a homemade key from the wall clock. Keeps playing chess. Notices the wind picking up. Sends the guard on an errand. Waits till he's gone. Unlocks the cell door. Hears nothing. Starts tying together bed sheets, blankets, towels, and his clothes with prepped fishing line to make a rope. Stabs a wooden stick into the rope. Steps out, locks the door behind him. Goes to the vent, climbs the rope. After some struggling, reaches a skylight at the top. Secures the rope, climbs down, swings to a platform, scales the 3-story wall. Reaches a big tree, the wind's howling, times it right, grabs the branch. Climbs down to the ground. That's his escape route. Digs up a hidden medicine box. White's revenge continues. Back at the doctor's, his wife gets a call from the lawyer. Says he's seriously sick and needs the doc. The doctor rushes over. Suddenly hears a parrot squawking. It hits him, the parrot's a problem. It saw everything that night. He goes nuts looking for it, wants to kill it, but can't find it. Gets to the lawyer's, gives him a sedative, tells him to rest. Meanwhile, White's already here. It's the lawyer's turn now. The doctor leaves. White creeps to the bed, pulls a needle from his sock, injects a lethal dose of morphine. Back at the house, the wife calls the sheriff over. She spills the beans. 2 years ago, her sister set her up with the doctor. Tried to use her to dodge blame. Turns out the doc was cheating with her sister. The workers saw them, so they killed him and framed White. The doc hated that White managed the property. Watched it lose value, so he plotted this. Just then White gets to the house. Sneaks inside. It's freezing out. Grabs a coat off the rack. The sister hears a noise. Feels danger. Bolts out the door. White watches her run. She heads to the shed. Seems like she's looking for something. She turns around and sees White with an axe. Freaks out. Begs for mercy.
No. Don't.
He's not letting her off for knowing the truth and staying silent. Brings the axe down. Brains everywhere. The doctor comes home. Runs right into White mid-kill. Freezes. Starts begging. But White's not gonna make it quick. He smears axe blood on the doctor's coat. Just like they framed him. Wants to hit him with their own trick. Suddenly, the sheriff pulls up. White chucks the axe. Sprints back to the ward. Can't let the sheriff catch him, not now. The sheriff runs to the doctor, who's a mess. All the evidence is there, his excuses don't add up. The sheriff calls it, doctor's the killer. But then the sheriff remembers something. Races to the psych ward. White's in a dead sprint, can't fail now. Gotta beat the sheriff back to his cell. Finally, he makes it. Pulls out the key, unlocks the door, opens the little bottom hatch. Slips in, slams the door. Realizes he's still wearing the coat. No time, hangs it on the rack, uses fishing line to tie the latch to the hatch. Yanks hard. So, did White pull it off?
Can I go in, please?
Certainly.
Salem, come to supper.